Hey everybody, this is Vicki, Irvin, and I am so excited to be a speaker at Ari's Release the Chains event, February 27th and 28th. Ari is a phenomenal businesswoman who is pouring into the world so much knowledge, so much wisdom, and she's doing something that I personally haven't seen anyone else do. She is bringing together couples that are working in businesses together to offer other people support and encouragement. Now I have to tell you, my husband and I have had businesses together, we've worked in businesses together, we have separate businesses, we have done it all. We have so many trials and tribulations to share with you, but the main thing is we want to talk about the support that's necessary to make it all happen so that you can secure, the future of your children and your family with generational wealth. It takes a lot of work. But it takes support, and a lot of people, I know for being a coach for women entrepreneurs, a lot of women are never able to go on and be great because they do not have the support and encouragement of their spouses. So we have so much to share on why you need to come together, and when you come together, what you're able to do. It's very, very powerful.
In the world's best book, as far as I'm concerned, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill was hired by Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie was at the time the world's richest and most successful person, and he introduced Napoleon Hill to 500 of the world's richest, most successful people. And he hung out with them, he researched them, he interviewed them over a 20-year span. After 20 long years, Napoleon Hill came up with 13 commonalities, 13 common traits of the world's richest and most successful people. And although I'm not going to talk about all 13 right now, I'm going to talk about one. And that one is the mastermind principle. People with like minds, like attainments can reach high-level goals. I always thought about it like this. In a household, if the husband and wife, if the spouse, if they're not working in unison, they're not masterminding together, there's going to be trials and tribulations like Vicki said, but if they're not working together in a mastermind concept, then you're not found the most basic, high-level success system ever developed in the entire world, which is Think and Grow Rich. I hope you've read the book. If you have not, please download it. Please go purchase it and read it. But the mastermind principle. So like when Vicki was working, she was an employee, I wanted her to get from that side. I wanted her to come over to the business entrepreneurship side, and she did. And then we worked through it, and now we've been able to create multiple multi-million-dollar businesses. She has her own business. I have my own business. She does coaching. I do coaching, and it's so much fun. Is so much more, there's no stress. I mean, of course there's a little bit of stress, but the stress compared to everything else.
Yeah, and you're on the same page. And like we were saying, so many people bump heads because one person's an entrepreneur or wants to be an entrepreneur, and one person is so embedded and embodied in the 9-to-5 mentality that they clash. And we encourage our children to be all they can be. We inspire them, we motivate them. Why can't we do the same thing for our spouses? So we're excited to come and share our story on how we did bump heads and how he tried to get me out my 9-to-5 and how I resisted and he had to drag me. But how excited I am to have gone on to do so many things that I've done. So fellas, ladies, come out together. Let us share our story. We don't try to sugarcoat anything. We'll give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. But most importantly, you have to be there with Ari's event.
Let me say this in closing. Over the last 15 years, I've coached a massive number of people. They pay you anywhere from $30,000 a year to $100,000 a year. And one of the big things that I always see is that one person's trying to elevate themselves and one person's trying to pull them down.
Yeah.
And if you're not working in unison, in my community, we call it the crabs in the barrel effect. And what's scary is that sometimes we think about the crabs in the barrel being outsiders, but sometimes it can be somebody in your own household, friends, family, spouse. And we've coached a lot of people doing that. She's coached a lot of people doing that. And we know how to overcome that. Like I said, so just come. Like, it can be one of the best experiences you've ever had. We're going to teach you how to navigate through the minefield, and I hope our experience can help you take it back to your household and achieve high levels of success.
So we will see you February 27th and 28th at Release the Chains.